Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to Asphalt 9. Back to our usual start time. We're looking at the Lamborghini Chen scenario here. And yeah, welcome back to another stream. I'll just quickly adjust the camera. And let's get right into it. So, we got a new update this week. As expected. And honestly doesn't bring that much different to the table. We kind of covered what it was going to be last week, but I guess what's going on right now is the Pagani Imola special event, which is basically a reskin of the Huayra BC. I haven't driven it yet, so we'll see how that goes today. But yep, here it is. Pagani Imola. Stage 1 was the Chen scenario, and then Stage 2 looks like a free trial of the Pagani itself, so we'll give that a shot. We'll get to that in momentarily. Whatever. I got an intro. Yes, I had a peanut bar for breakfast about 5 minutes ago. So we're all good. Looks like it's going to be pretty simple in terms of like the cars needed, although up here the rank requirements are going to get pretty steep, kind of unsurprisingly. Venom X77, welcome back, man. I haven't seen you in a long time, and yeah, we're still grinding Asphalt. Oh, okay. But yeah, seeing some familiar faces here. That's awesome. People hear that the Imola is the new king of Class A. Well, the Huayra BC was already like really good, so if the Imola is just a little bit better, then that makes it the king, right? But regardless, like, it's going to be another 6-star car that will be really expensive to upgrade. Star up the Vanda. I forgot about that blueprint. Is it for credits? I did see that there. Yeah, we'll get one for now. Maybe if I need it, we'll get another one, but I've been just buying it a couple at a time. We get our elite events, we get our credit hunt, whatever. We got a car hunt for the Chen scenario, which we'll get it to gold. We get a car hunt right for the F12, but I have it gold. We got this in a ZO, Coliseum Games competition. Get some interesting rewards, but at the same time, kind of bland. It's just credits. Here's our From Italy special event, which gives us tokens. And that's pretty much it. A couple multiplayer seasons. It's a trial season of the SC18. Does it give any good prizes, though? Yeah, Justin, you're right. This is the last update we'll do. So, I don't know what we're going to do in terms of our tokens. Maybe I'll have some reserved. Then I tried that in Asphalt 8, and it got kind of useless. So, I guess let's get right into driving the Imola. Big mans, yeah. I remember doing live multiplayer with you when I was 15 and now I'm almost 21, so that's crazy. Don't worry, we'll have plenty of time to explore stuff like MP, because trust me, we're not going to have a lot of content today. Might have to switch to something else. We'll see how we feel. But yeah, Shockwaves, perfect nitro, 360s, and finish the race. All these have like pretty expensive skip goals. So here's the Imola. Do we have any colors we can look at? They're all solid. Except for this one. What does this one look like? Not bad. But yeah, this is all yellow, including the splitters, which is a little strange to me, but look at that exhaust. It's like a pearlescent color. I'll go with this black and brown, orange, whatever you want to call it, because it's the only like multicolor scheme. First time you catch the stream? Well, welcome. Hope you enjoy the show. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let me pause real quick. I forgot to turn on 60 frames per second, as I almost always do, so yay. The black one is the real life paint. Interesting that they put the real life paint kind of far back. Anyway, here we go. Pagani Imola. How does it drive? This is my first time driving this car, so time attack. Nitro is not as lengthy as the Huayra BC. Goes 244, so yeah. Handling's pretty good. Acceleration has a bit to be desired. But Nitros especially, to me, kind of disappointing. It's similar to the Huayra. Its scripting is a little bit more sharp, and obviously its top speed is higher. Ooh, I actually missed the perfect Nitros goals. Interesting. Yes, Venom is back. It's so long. One of the OG moderators of the G Plus community, if anybody remembers. We'll do a second race. So I might have a free trial of this in different, in one of the test drive cups. We can do the test drive cups today, so. Game lost the George Russell fan because every car is number 63 on it. That's fine. The Mazzanti, yeah, it will be a Legend Pass special event. Fireman's shockwaves. Oh! I'll just pick up under shockwave. And it doesn't reach top speed under shockwave. So, alright. Let's see. We're gonna be in trouble for the time. I feel like the Valhalla would be the same as this car. Two people commented on your super old Asphalt videos. I feel like people are getting really nostalgic about that game. How to unleash events work? They're really simple. There's 3 parts. There's the trial, which is basically you earn a little bit of tokens and like 5 blueprints. You get to drive the car for free. The second part is the part where like you collect. I think it's the maximum of 26 blueprints. You need like 5 cars at a certain rank to maximize that. And then like if you get the car unlocked, you can get an epic import part from that. And then the last one is the contest, where you use the unlocked car to get more tokens. That's pretty much it. It all happens at the same time in the event section, in the limited time event section. Yeah. Well, it's good seeing Venom back, though. It's been forever. They're ending Supras next month, but next month is still the Italian season. Supra's not Italian. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this, Murcielago is in the game. PlayStation Store on old consoles, yeah. They announced that a couple weeks ago that they're closing it in like July for the PS3, PSP, and Vita. That's kind of sad, but I haven't bought anything on the PlayStation Store in a long time. But still, there's people that still play that. Love your Asphalt 8 videos. Thanks, but I don't make them anymore. They're kind of a relic, but they're still a good time. Alright, so let's see. Let's get some tokens from this From Italy event. 150 tokens. Might as well do that. Well, the thing is, like, the Imola we just drove was maxed out, so upgrades are obviously always going to be, like, better than the actual thing. PSP Store's actually been closed for 3 years, or not 3 years, since 2016, I think, actually. But you could still access it on the PSP system itself. You just couldn't buy stuff from the desktop site. But you could still shop on the PSP. You won't be able to anymore. But honestly, the PSP is like really easily emulated. So if like you're really itching for like a DLC of some game, you could find a ROM for it online really easily. Otherwise, just buy the UMDs and the PSP itself. They're kind of common. I still love my PSP. Am I excited for Asphalt Nitro 2? No. Short answer, no. Long answer, no. I mean, the concept's gonna be neat, but like, it's probably going to be like Asphalt 9, but 15 megabytes, just like the first Asphalt Nitro. It'll just feel like a lesser version. So, maybe there'll be some good tracks on it, but the graphics won't be anything to write home about. Ferrari 599XX was added in the Ferrari season a few months ago, so it's not new. It's been around. There's a Grand Prix for it. What's my favorite Ferrari and Lambo? In the game or in real life? Because, like, those are different. I mean, either way, I love stuff like the 488, the F8 Tributo, the LaFerrari, just both. For Lamborghini, I really like the Murcielago, the Miura. That's not in the game. That was an Asphalt 8. Let's see. So we do have the free trial events. I might demo them in a sec. Let's see. We do have to eventually get some tokens from this with our other cars. Alright. In fact, let's do that. Let's do Elite Class A and pick up some tokens. So we need to do the Aperta, which is our best card, the Gensi, and the Valhalla. So let's start with the Gensi and Valhalla. Asphalt Nitro, I think, like had like one. I thought there was like something that was like $10 at the most in that game. I forget if it was a car or just like the max currency or something. Did I know that 1 billion, or I can't speak. You know that Burnout Revenge is 1 bajillion times better than Burnout 3 Takedown. I did not know that because that's not a fact. You got it the other way around. Actually, no. Both games are like really, really good. But Burnout 3 did it first, and it's just a fantastic experience. It's like that Jeremy Clarkson Top Gear meme. This is great, but I like this. For RQ30P4, yeah, that was a milestone car in Asphalt 8 because that was the first truly broken car that was like out of place, and yeah, that was a fun time. The car is still great in Asphalt 8, although I don't know how it is in the new ranking system, how the meta's changed in Asphalt 8. Nitro had a paid car in the McLaren F1. That's what I thought. I could have sworn there was like something that was $10. McLaren F1 and Asphalt 8 even was like so like kept shut about. There was never an event to win it for free. You could buy it for credits, but then it was never used in events. It was just kind of there, collecting dust. There to eat up your credits and your V12 engines. I don't remember any of the cars by name in Burnout 3 and Revenge. I do remember the Revenge Racer that you unlock by beating the game. That was fun. Can I just use anything that looks flashy? I don't remember the names of the cars. Asphalt Extreme did get a bit of support. It got quite a few updates. It's supported for like a year and a half. In terms of like very top tier SMS cars, there's not much that is left. We just have to wait for manufacturers to like make those cars. I feel like the Hennessy Venom F5 would be just like the best candidate of those that you just mentioned right there. I can't speak today. It's on a rainy Saturday. game mode could do anything you want in terms of the rank of a car. Did I try Burnout Fairhaven? I've never heard of that. You don't mean Paradise, do you? Let me look that up. Oh, Fairhaven, like Need for Speed Most Wanted Fairhaven. Need for Speed 2012. I loved that game. Forgot about that. Alright. So I think we'll test drive the cars since we might as well. Let's pick 1000 meteorites. That's like the standard test drive track. So it looks like fuel will need to be used. So here's what I have access to. We got the LVN back actually. That we could try out and laugh at. We could try out the Imola on a proper track. Try out, I think all three. Let me double check, but I think I can use all three cars today. Yeah, we can do the any of these cars. So, which one do you guys want to see first? Yeah, the game is different from Asphalt, but I like the Nitronair. Burnout Paradise is the worst in this series. No, that's a fat wrong opinion. Burnout Paradise is arguably the best one in the series. Arguably, I feel like those three Revenge, Dominator, three Revenge and Paradise are like the best three in the series. We'll drive the LVN. Look at this frickin' stupid car. Yeah. The LVN is in this because some people requested it. I think Aguila requested the LVN to be in this, either Aguila or Danny. They requested the LVN to be in this, like, test drive series. So here we are. The Love Torture Nor, more like the Cock and Ball Torture Nor. Because that's what this drive syndicate for this car was like. Handling's still just okay. People say this car is great for floaties, but I don't really dig it. Like, it's fast when you drift. It just doesn't feel right. And it's obviously sluggish. It only goes 290. And this is a gold LVN, so it's 290. It's a good airtime. So I tried to do that brake trick, but that was a bit too much. Handling is not as good as the Chiron's, honestly. I don't know. Whales will tell themselves this is a good car. I know immediately the Jessica can do a 105, and I know that lap was bad, but come on. It literally meets the black car. Yeah. It's not very, neat. I forget who requested the Speedtail, but a bunch of us requested the Valhalla because it was going to get a buff. So we can try it out gold. Let's try out the Imola on a proper track. So I have Test Drive Platinum Edition. I know what it is. I don't have it because I don't have the PC version of the game. But yeah, it builds off the original TDU, and it's a really good game. Here's the Imola. You know, I just realized we have the Valhalla and the Imola on the same track that we can compare to. So this lap's not going to be amazing, but you know how you drive it is like you only get one shot in multiplayer. And I'm not a thief, but this is in general an average run. So how does this do on an average run? Okay, I wouldn't do that in an average run. Never mind. So that lost about a second. So, okay, I can't estimate for this anymore. We're flying. There's spam in the chat. Do not spam. This drifting's pretty strong. I actually have to like kind of like adjust the steering. Okay, at least it hits top speed on the shockwave exiting the spiral. I see this car can be good for floaties. Alright, so that was a bad lap. You're getting your vaccine tomorrow? Awesome. I got my vaccine on Tuesday. My first Moderna shot, so hoping it works. Did I watch any movie this week? I don't think so. I most recently watched, I think, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So someone said they wanted to see the Da Vinci, so let's try it out. Yeah, top speed's 244. You can convert that to kmh. Let's see, how is this D-Class car? Its acceleration's actually pretty good. Top speed's low. Basically anything with a low top speed has to be either better than the Lotus Elise, or it's going to be irrelevant. So this car accelerated really well. I missed the nitro. But its top speed is so low that it's just going to be yet another useless D-Class car. Nitro's not terrible, but the Elise is just like, it just works. I will say this is probably better than the Honda Civic. How's it handling? Drifting. Ooh, not as good as the Elise. Accelerates really sharp though. I think it's actually better acceleration than the Elise. That's interesting, but I don't think this is anything to write home about. And obviously it's slower than the TVR. The Fury is higher top speed. Let's drive the RR Turbo. I haven't driven this one either. A lot of you are kids, I just realized. Great haircut, thanks. I got it last week. Oh, it's a little bit messy from wearing the hat. But I had this like nice lift and I've been trying to get it back without any product, and that's a struggle. Here's the RR Turbo. It's got a giant wing and a giant splitter. Say the front of this car looks really nice, but the back is like Suzuki Escudo flashbacks. This car is about the same speed as the H2. And so far it drives kind of like the same. It's going to be another kind of like upper mid-tier C-Class car. Won't be the king. Big lag right there. Drifting is not bad. Someone in my Discord said this car was trash, and I have to disagree. It's not trash, it's just alright. People are so objective. It's not the king that it's trash. It's just like what it was like in Asphalt 8. Whenever any new car came out, people only looked at the number, and if it wasn't higher than like 507 kmh, people would be like, oh, it's a trash car. Alright, well, let's drive the buffed Valhalla and see how it is. Oh, I just realized, I have unlimited tries with the Imola. With this, too. Right? It didn't take any tries? Yeah, still 3 out of 3, 5 out of 5. Alright, so yeah, we can keep using the Imola and Valhalla to compare against. So let's just, like, keep trading off. I'm gonna try and get good laps with both these cars, so then we can compare them. Here's the buffed Valhalla. Drives nice, I will say that. The acceleration was buffed. That's the only thing that changed. Wide, but that thing hooks on the handling. Forget about that. A little high, but not bad. Oh, that drift is so good. $112.1. Alright. Someone write that down. Or type it in chat so we have a record. Or I guess I'll do it. I thought that was a pretty good lap. Nothing like too extreme, but that would be a good run in multiplayer. Let's try and beat that with the Imola. We already drove the LVN. Like, just take your slider and go back like 15 minutes. Just do it. Honestly, I don't like driving the LVN. It's nothing special, and it's just a reminder that Asphalt decided to put out that event. And they were okay with that. They still are. Ooh, okay. I was expecting to get better landing there, but okay. Ooh. Alright, that was not good. Let's restart. Asphalt sucks, but the hot dog one is still worse. I fully agree with that. I like to charge people $5,000 for a bunch of pixels. Ugh, we hit the truck. Okay, we're gonna get into that phase where we're just gonna keep restarting. Which, by the way, this game needs a restart button. Factorial. We are doing fine. I get the vaccine for COVID, so the first step of getting past the pandemic. I think I'll unlock the Imola, but I don't know if I really care about upgrading it. Oh, I just cannot drive with this car. Too much. I wasted all my energy on the Valhalla run. It's because I'm trying to extract stuff out of this car. Wow, people are already talking about final exams. That makes me realize how close I am to finishing my semester. That's crazy. That was a good first round. The car is a little unstable on landing and drifts. Why do I keep hitting that traffic car on the right? It's so stupid to ruin all my runs on something trivial like that. Okay, I'm not a good driver. Do I still keep in touch with Eric? Yes. I'm on a Discord server that I have with him, HPA. And we still chat occasionally. Yeah, Venom, he's still around. Still a good time. Speed wasn't the best. But let's just roll with it. Yeah, look at that. It's just unstable on the landing. That's 2 times in a row that I've made it kind of like get the lip to spike up. Alright, so this run's a little sloppy. But it's the only run we've gotten up to this point. So let's just keep going. Drift is also good. So we had like a 112.1 that we had to beat. That was a sloppy run and that was a 112.4. F8, that's just how YouTube chat works. If you ever watch like a Twitch stream versus a YouTube stream's chat, you'll see the difference. How can you get those? Exclusive test drive and elite class events. The elite class events, you just need a high enough garage level, I believe. These test drive events are for people in the YouTuber program. So if you're partnered with GameLoft, you do that. I'm going to try again because that run was kind of sloppy. I just think I did the Valhalla run first time. Venom, if you find me on Discord, I'll add you. It'll be a good time. Roll with it. You know why I like stick the landing in? It overspins there. That was a 111.4. Wow. I went really fast there. A 111.4. Alright. Now, let's try to respond back with the Valhalla. See, we're gonna make this interesting. Let's try and respond back. Not as good. Let's take the better round. $111.5. That run wasn't perfect either. You know what my conclusion is? These cars are both comparable. I think if you have the Valhalla at 6 stars, don't bother getting the Imola at 6 stars. But well, I made that interesting. So, I think they're pretty close, honestly. Some cars will be stronger on certain tracks, but I think that's a pretty good benchmark. Like, don't make my times be like, oh yeah, the Imola's the definitive king because I went 1/10 of a second faster. Just responding to that Discord. But yeah, I think both cars are fine. Valhalla is probably cheaper to get. Let's do the SC18 trial. Let's get into multiplayer. We're only gonna have 3 tries with this season. Yeah, I knew we'd be strapped for content here. I think both are perfectly fine. And you know what my real answer is? Just get the Huayra BC. I think everyone would be perfectly fine driving the Huayra BC. Because you might have to spend 20,000, 30,000 tokens to get either the Valhalla or the Imola to 6 stars and then max it. Huayra is still perfectly fine. Is Grand Prix stressful? Depends what you do. If you go into Tier 1 and expect to get top 1, you're going to be stressed out. If you sandbag, you gotta be careful that there's not whales unless you're whaling yourself. But I'd say Grand Prix is honestly like kind of boring now. Some of the events like the McLaren F1 and the Koenigsegg Jesko Grand Prix were really intense, but like stuff like that NSX Grand Prix, that was kind of lame. Not gonna lie. Clubhouse talk. Yeah, Asphalt 8 MP is changing to be just like Asphalt 9, and that's not a good thing. I haven't really read what the community reaction is, but like in Asphalt 9, multiplayer gets really repetitive because you use the same cars over and over. And yeah, it's like that in Asphalt 8 too. But there you win by rank, so like an A-class car could fight with top S-class cars. Instead, A-class cars all you use now. Wow. Alright, let's hop right back in, burn more races. So I see the difference of free play and pay to win perspectives because of pay to win in this game. I mean, the pay to win aspects are basically how often you can upgrade the cars to like max, and you know, the Legend Pass exclusive cars. And the exclusive cars have been a hit or miss, because some of them like Gallardo and the Taycan are pretty good. And then stuff like the Neo EP9 is just like a dust collector. So I don't think the Legend Pass varies too much on that. And then also you can be perfectly fine with the other cars that are free to play. You won't get top 1, but Asphalt 9's events don't really favor getting the top spot anymore. I should say, there's sometimes top 1 outright rewards if it's not taken by a hacker, but like, I mean like top 50 or top 25. There's none of that anymore. It's all percents. And you could easily get into those percents with free-to-play cars. In 1v1 if someone leaves. I kind of like driving on my own, because then you could like, I don't know, just drive aimlessly. I get it saves time. We're talking about Hot Wheels video games. You ever played Hot Wheels Turbo Racing in the PS1 or Nintendo 64? I never played the N64 version, but the PS1 version slaps. How's that going speedrunning Minecraft? I am no way able to speedrun Minecraft. Yes. I think speedrunning is something I want to try this summer, but I wouldn't want to try it with Minecraft. I don't think I want to be a world record holder because I don't want to like put in so much dedication to grinding a game. But I would like to try it out. See if I can get a good time. Alright, we went up 45 there. I think we just used up our 3 races for the SC18. Yep, this is just more cookie cutter. Updating. I say Minecraft updates are pretty good though. They always add something new. let's click. Get some rewards. Speedrun making food. Didn't have the world record for the Desir in Season 9. Technically, yes, but depends what you call... Depends how you want to split the record, because they did change the Desir's nitro, so where it doesn't have like the 90-mile-an-hour nitro boost anymore. So it's now like 30 miles an hour, which means the top speed is higher, so it drifts a little bit faster. So that makes the Season 9 race faster. So someone, and I think I even beat my own record pretty quickly on Asphalt 8 with the new top speed. So I don't have that world record anymore, I'm pretty sure. But on the old version of Asphalt 8, I have that record. And that was probably one of my proudest like races I've ever done. Maybe I could grind the new race to see. But in my opinion, like, what made that race so fun was the high top speed nitro thing. You had to, like, sacrifice so much in, like, the corners. And it, like, made lines, like, really interesting. And nitro strategies. Now the Desir is just a regular D-class car. I can't drive this yet. Alright, well, let's just drive aimlessly in MP. It's classic, right? So let's drive the Janetta. The worst car hunt with the worst drop rate. They all have pretty trash drop rates. I remember the Infinity one being pretty insufferable recently. The Mira Sector 8. Mira Sector 8 was also one of my favorite runs, but it wasn't the fastest time ever done. There were, I think Ali Raza got like a 2/10 time. Mine was like a 5.35 or something like that, or 5.45. I can't remember exactly, but it was a 5XX, and quite a few people have gotten like 4s, 3s, and then I think ARZ got a 2. Which, I forget if he used like a low-end device or something, but that's a time I probably will never reach. Also because like they changed all the stats of the cars. And also you can't play Mastery anymore. That's right. You can't replay Mastery races, so that record is solidified. Still, regardless, it's a fun race. Rush is fun? I disagree. Rush is really boring. Like, have you ever had to play 100 of anything? Like 100. It's a lot. It takes a long time. And you have to do several hundred wins in order to get any like progression. It just made like starting up those cars really slow because like the season would be a month long. Some world records are up for grabs in Asphalt 8 after some cars got buffed. Maybe. What do you think of Furim? Good friend. I have nothing but positive things to say. He's one of those Asphalt 9 YouTubers who does it right every time. And you can stop spamming the same question over and over, because I already answered it. Type that one more time. I'm giving you a timeout. You miss the Asphalt days? Some of them were fun, but a lot of it was pain. Like, the community was awesome, and the competitive aspect was really, like, intense. But I don't know, a lot of like the decisions and the economy was like still really whack. It's just now that since Asphalt 9 is like turned to that same system, we look back at Asphalt 8 as like the glory days. So it was a good time, but it was weird. Probably could have gotten competitive in a different game, but I'm glad I got competitive in Asphalt 8, so. Yep. Iceland used to be the worst Asphalt 8. It's still a rough track with that shortcut. It's so like inconsistent. Those old live multiplayer videos. I think I've told you guys before, but those videos are probably going to go down in a month or so. Because I have to like clean up my socials, and I know I swore like a sailor in those. So we're in silver. Asphalt 8 world records. Yes. There's some cars that are like really fun to hunt the world record for. It's just the meta I know is like upgraded extremely. You know what? Let's drive the F40. There it is. Let's go. Terra 9 is a very confusing track. When I drove it a couple times in some of those events, like I was just lost. I mean, I don't know the best route, but it is confusing. Are people trying to get into 1.0 again? I hope, like, I know this will probably never happen, but I hope Gameloft, like, re-releases 1.0. So that we can experience, like, classic Asphalt 8. Because the game in 2013 is very different from the game today. And I would like to speedrun 1.0 of Asphalt 8. I've told you guys this before, but, like, I would actually consider grinding that. Like, getting to, like, the Season 8 stars or whatever. I would consider, like, routing and trying that out. The biome. The biome is a fun thing. Imola is pay to win. Like, pretty much every car in this game is pay to win because you need, like, 20,000 tokens to upgrade. It's one thing to unlock the car, but it's another thing to fully upgrade it. And to fully upgrade it, you need to whale on it. So unless you have a giant stack of tokens, you're pretty much going to be paying for it, so. Yeah, I would classify it as pay to win. Virtually every car in this game is pay to win. Especially in Grand Prix. Asphalt 8 1.0 was the best version of the game, no cap. I like to cap a little bit on the Great Wall update, I'd say, was a great addition to it. It did not take much away from it. So, I'd say 1.0 was great. 1.1 was like, okay, let me put it this way. 1.0 is like an ice cream, and 1.1, the Great Wall update, is like putting whipped cream and chocolate sauce on the ice cream. Just makes it better. Now you're gonna be spamming. Do you know Surgical Striker Club? I've heard of them, but I don't really follow, so. Instead of like asking 5,000 times. LG, yeah, they're not making thumbs anymore. But yeah, Great Wall was the best update. You never finished Season 8 Airborne? It's a sad boy hour. I didn't start playing like fully until like February, 2014. And then I didn't get like a decent enough garage until like May, June. Because I unlocked McLaren P1 and then maxed it. What's the sensitivity I use? I use 45% on my Xbox One controller. I'm pretty comfortable with it. If you're like better at the analog sticks, you could like bump it up a little bit. You like the Mastery update? I still think like Mastery is fine, but they had a bunch of like premium stuff, and the card system was not great. Are we in Gold League yet? I wasn't paying attention. We are close. Let's switch to something else. Let's drive the Artega, because I like this car. Was Sector 8 the Winter Update 2015? Because that one was like a pretty extreme update. Where like they added 15 cars in one update. The Fallout Boy update. That event was pretty fun, but it was pretty unique. They could have only done that once. So, it was fun to have it. But if they did any more like World Tour events, they would get stale. So the fact that they only did it once makes it nice. 2015 was Area 51. Sector 8 was... That was where they added the 9FF, right? Was that like Winter 2014? I think so, because like I remember the Volkswagen W12 Nardo had a cup there, and that's where like the skip was discovered. The 10-second shortcut. The finish line shortcut. Did Asphalt 8 predict Area 51? No, Area 51's been around for a very, very long time. But yeah, that Sector 8 clip when that was first leaked out. I was in Rev at the time. And yeah, I forget if it was like Abdul or somebody who found the skip or leaked it at least to the chat. But that was crazy. Back then we were trying to keep shortcuts secret. But then, like, someone would always put it out to the public on Facebook or something. Sector 8 was buggy. There were so many cuts, but it was honestly fun. I kind of loved the shortcuts on Asphalt 8. Because, like, they just broke everything about the game. And some of them were really inconsistent, but, like, some of them were just funny as hell. Let's drive the Shelby. It's the highest number of tokens I've ever had. Something... I think I was like at 33,000 at one point. I don't even remember. I know I crossed 30,000 a couple times. Maybe I hit 40,000. I don't remember, honestly. First time watching the stream, welcome. Looks like we got quite a bit. 180 people. The ban wave after the skip. There was so many bans. Like, I think I got banned like 4 times. Just from, like, miscellaneous, like, crap that, like, Gameloft did. Like, there was the one where, like, you'd end up on the cheater board if you went too fast in a cup. They got banned on Android once, Windows, like, 2 or 3 times. Like, there's just so much stuff that, like, went wrong on Asphalt servers. And they all got resolved, obviously. But it's just really funny. Looking back. When I was 15 years old, that was like devastating because I thought it would be all over. And I remember like almost crying because I thought I would lose my Android account. That was like when I first got banned. But then that got resolved in like less than a day. But looking back, that was really fun. And then on Asphalt 9, fun fact, I got banned on Android because I tried to play ESL and I like created a Smurf account where I basically just played the minimum amount to unlock events and then immediately like set like a top 10 time on the qualifying run. And I got banned. And then that's actually why I couldn't commentate on Dallas in Season 1. Just because they wouldn't let a banned player commentate. So that was my mistake. But I tried to compete myself, and they wouldn't let me on Windows. This is not available, so there you go. Oh my god, so many rewards. They're kind of crappy. Oh my god, more rewards. More Targa blueprints. Mercedes biome on Sector 8. Yeah, that thing just could not do the last turn. It would skid and just not drift and just be annoying. Let's drive the 911 GT3. The best part about Asphalt 8 Cup was having 20 people finish after the cup finished. Yeah, that was so broken. Like, every time there was a car release cup, you'd have to wait in the last like 5 minutes to like confirm, and you'd be taking screenshots because if someone bumped you up after the cup ended, you'd have to send those screenshots to customer care and try to convince Game Loft to give you the car. And sometimes that worked for me. Sometimes they actually did give me the car, but many times I think eventually they got a system in place where like they're like, no, that's just the time it is. But yes, that was so annoying. I remember I had the Chrysler ME412 swept under my nose after the cup ended in 2014. Like, I watched myself go in top 1, and then 5 minutes after the cup ended, I saw myself go to 2. And I just, like, broke. And I was so mad at the time. I thought he was a hacker all those times. And that was before I understood, like, how the game really worked. There's just so much broken in the game. I'm not saying Asphalt 9 is not broken, but like, Asphalt 8 was coded by monkeys at many times. Let's see if I can pass this Huracan. Oh no, it's a Corvette. Even better. Don't squeeze. I was gonna try and spin him. Oh well. MPEs were so annoying. The Million Likes Cup, I remember that happening. I forget what the reward was. I know there's times. I remember one time they gave 125 extra tanks as a reward, and it was an accident, but they let everybody keep it. Taco Bell just finally opened in Malaysia, Indonesia. I would recommend the Baja Blast. Someone introduced me to the Baja Blast a few months ago, and like, it is like actual drugs for your body. The Baja Blast. It is criminally tasty. The GTA Spano token bug, yeah. You know what's funny? Like, Real Racing 3's developers were fire monkeys, so everyone called the developers monkeys. But, like, Game Loft developers in Asphalt 8, like, sometimes, like, it made you wonder if they were actual monkeys that made it. How broken stuff was. And then there were so many things you had to, like, kind of, like, be careful around, like, ads would come up at the wrong time, Like, you had to wait for everything to sync because your tokens might not be there the next time you open the game. This 911 is lucky. Spacing out your free upgrades. Imagine being good enough to get top 1 for the Chrysler. That was a regional cup, to be fair. It was the 4th of July Cup in 2014. I lost it by 1 frame, so I was really angry. And that was like the first time like I was actually like tried to be competitive, because I was always doing like pretty well in like the US only tournaments. And then that Chrysler Cup, I actually like, you know, I put on the extra tank and everything and went on the Lycan. And yeah, I thought what I originally had was a good time, but you know, it's Asphalt 8 in 2014, so the strats are not optimal anymore. But yeah, I got beat up by 1 frame, and I was really, really angry. And I didn't get the Chrysler until like early 2015. The Imola event is difficult? No, it's not. It's just, you just play it. There's nothing difficult about the special events besides the need to upgrade the cars. When the Chrysler came out, it was top 10 global. Yes, that was its original release. And I never won it from there. I didn't even come close. I got like 90th position. And then, like a month later, for 4th of July in the US, they did a regional cup where like top 1 got it. And that was like its last opportunity to win it for quite a while. And then it went for tokens. But yes, people always complained it was about the US regional cups, and then like everyone went to flag changing. You know what it was? Was that every other region also had those regional cups, but they stopped doing it for other regions and started doing it only for the US. Oh, I got bonked. I don't think the 911 will be useful anymore, so sadly we'll have to switch to the Huracan. But yeah, everyone flag changed then, so then everyone would call each other flag changers, because if there was any cup from any region, not just the US, that had a good reward, everyone would immediately go to customer care or whatnot to change their flag and say like, hey guys, I moved to Japan, conveniently right as a good cup started. And then they would get the region and win the thing, and then be like, to game left again, hey, I moved back to insert country here. And then sometimes game left would actually give them their flag back. But people always change it to the US because they had the most common cups. I still have 100,000 tokens free to play in Asphalt 8. I still do. Yeah, I still never spent anything on Asphalt 8, and I'm proud of that. I went fully free to play in Asphalt 8. Asphalt 9 was my breaking point. But honestly, like, probably the real reason why I did not spend money in Asphalt 8 and did on Asphalt 9 is because I had income now as an adult. In Asphalt 8, YouTube was my only source of income. But after working a couple jobs over the summers, like, I still have enough where a $10 Legend Pass means very little to me. Let's drive the DBS. A YouTuber insight on... I was afraid somebody was going to mention this. I knew somebody would talk about it. I was like thinking, we've got a full hour and nobody's mentioned it. That's gone. How do I say stuff without getting an entire angry mob of pitchforks after me? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat a dark chocolate coffee beans. Get ready. No. I prefer nacho chocolate because I just don't want to get witch hunted. I talked a little bit about it last week, but think of it this way. if you poke a bear with a stick multiple times, what do you think is going to happen? If you poke a grizzly bear with a stick and it growls at you, so you run back, but then you go back to poke it again with a stick, do you think the bear is going to growl at you the second time? Before anyone says, but other person poked the bear with a stick and they only got growled at a couple times. Yeah, because the bear decided that it didn't want to kill somebody that day. But if you poke the bear and the bear is not having a good day in the first place, you could try to tell the bear that you didn't harm the other person. But the bear doesn't care because you poked it with a stick, and it's gonna rip your face off. So that's what I have to say. That's all I have to say about it. That's all that's needed to be said, honestly. I'm suffering from diabetes? No, I'm suffering from coffee addiction. Not only I drink coffee, but I eat the beans too. Yeah, I'm gonna get attacked. Someone's gonna make like a fake Discord screenshot of me saying account sharing or something like that. So I'm fully expecting that, but can't outrun a bear. It's like that SpongeBob camping episode, yeah. You need the sea bear circle. So yeah, that's all I need to say about that situation. Don't poke the bears. Just because you spend so much money on a high quality stick doesn't entitle you to poke the bear. That's my response to that. It doesn't matter whether you spend thousands of dollars to buy either pixels or a really nice stick. If you poke a bear with a stick, it's gonna get mad and rip your face off. Bears are fluffy and cute, and if you hug them, you'll be okay. Maybe to certain types of bears, but I'm talking specifically about a grizzly bear who maybe has a couple cubs tucked away about 10 feet away. And you're gonna come in with a $5,000 stick and poke it. Don't like blatantly violate TOS. Don't poke the bear. And, you know, when bears decide to rip people's face off, like, okay, you ever see that movie The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio? I've never seen the movie, but I've only seen the part where he gets, like, his face mauled by the bear. Did that bear decide to attack anybody else? Probably not. But Leonardo DiCaprio is Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a high-quality actor in a high-quality film. So what's the bear gonna do? It's gonna attack Leonardo DiCaprio. Because of course it's going to. And I think he won the Oscar for that movie, so... You know, sometimes good things may even come out of it. You never know. But don't pick the bear multiple times, because Maybe after you got your face ripped off, if you go back into the ring to poke the bear again, maybe this time it will just rip your head off. And then you gotta be like Mike the Headless Chicken, which I just learned about that yesterday. So, to whoever friend I was talking to, thanks for letting me know that chicken exists. This map looks familiar. It does. It does, Venom. I can't put my finger on it. What's it called? Is the DS-E-10 a good car? It's fine, but everyone has it, so you might have to like really like get your elbows out to get those wins. But it will get the job done if you know what you're doing. To X-Rage, I'm still subscribed to him on YouTube. I haven't heard from him in a very long time though. Hope he's doing alright. There's a ghost behind me. You mean this guy? Yeah, he's been vibing there. How's Formula 1? It's week 2 of the 3-week, like, between races, and it's like, it's pretty, like, annoying, because, like, I really, really am, like, starved for content there after the first race. Especially being a, fan. It's kind of hard to go on the internet and then just see like, oh my god, Shep should retire, he's the worst driver Formula 1, oh my god, newie car, Alonso best. And it's like, oh my god, can we just have another race so that I can like stop getting depressed every time I open Reddit? Man, you're gonna study for exams. Alright, well, it was really good seeing you, and thanks for tuning in for quite a while. This guy's pretty pushy. That sounds like NASCAR fans. They talk about like what, Jimmy Johnson or something like that. Or Martin Truex. Don't people like hate him? Or Chase Elliott? I forget. There's like one driver that like people like really hate. I know Kyle Busch is hated, but that's a given. Alright, see ya, Venom, Gavin. The TVR Griffith has a higher max speed than the Senna at stock. That is so funny. Forza 4? Which Forza? Because there's two Forza 4s. There's Horizon 4 and Motorsport 4. Horizon 4 is a good game. Motorsport 4 is, in my opinion, the best game in the entire series. But I wouldn't compare either of those to Asphalt, really. What is my favorite chocolate bar and my most hated chocolate bar? See, I love chocolate, so I don't... Okay, so my favorite chocolate bars are Reese's Peanut Butter, if you want to count that. Peanut Butter Cups, I love those. Kit Kats. Kit Kats are also S tier. I don't know if you'd call that a chocolate bar, but I call it one. So, Kit Kats and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I never really cared for, like, Snickers. I don't hate it. But I just would choose a different bar over it. Alright, are we in Platinum? We are. So we're about to get sniped. Blue flag, blue flag. Yep. It's the Ferrari Seb days. Man. Alright, let's try a different car. You know what we just got? We just got a 6-star 570S. So let's upgrade this thing. That is expensive. $1.5 million per upgrade. RIP credits. But it's the cost. You need 16 import parts to get this car fully maxed out, and I only have 8. I thought I had more, but well, honestly not surprised though. Alright. Now that car is maxed out, we can try it out. Alright, Rulu, you ready? Let's go. To baby. Let's go. Horizon 1 is the best Horizon. I agree with that, F8. You are fully right there. So I saw him in the Genti. What is my time for the ESL event? I think, like, I played it a couple times on my phone just to see what I can get, and I got like a 59.9 is my best time, 59.8, something around that time. And, it's not good. But also my phone is only 30 frames per second, so I'd say I have a disadvantage. Even though it's 1+6, that can probably perfectly handle it. Look at that, we won. Horizon 2. I thought Horizon 2 was like one of the weakest games. Either 2 or 4. Don't get me wrong, 4 is a great game, but I feel like it got really repetitive. I think Horizon 1, like, where it's the actual plot, like, did much better. I wish, like, Horizon 1 had a fully open world, because it was mostly just roads. Not the super open world that you got in, like, 2, 3, and 4. It could have been, like, maybe, like, the best Horizon game ever. But I think, for being an Xbox 360 game, it did great. Let's start the event for J. You've watched these streams since 2018. Good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Good to see people still like come back around. We have a very dedicated fan base, and I can appreciate that. Thank y'all for being here all the way. Whether you started watching today or 7 years ago. And I can't believe that's 7 years since like I've been playing Asphalt 8. Like, there's probably some viewers that are younger than the amount of time I've been playing Asphalt. take down the inside. Let's try and send you down the Vanda. I'm not gonna try and bonk. Come on. Blur was good, yeah. I remember playing Blur on the PS3 like way back when. Let's try to win with this. Since 1766. Wow. So back when like my ancestors were in Yugoslavia. I don't even know if they were around. What would that have been back then? I don't remember world history. That was before the US even. Try not get bonked by the hurricane. Instead I bonked him. Oops. Really went to the wrong of the plot. Would like for the 120 tracks to be in multiplayer. I feel like having a season with them would be fine, but I wouldn't want them in the regular rotation. Yeah, I know that. I know that my own country, 1776, July 4th. I know that, of course, but I don't know anything else from world history. That was like sophomore year of high school, and that was a long time ago. Weekend has been pretty high. It has. For surprisingly, like I wouldn't say a bland stream, but for sort of generic Asphalt stream, I did say new update, and I did drive some new cars like an hour ago, but clarification. So yeah, my name's Lucas Aponte, because that's my name on Facebook, and that's my actual name. But that's come from my dad's side, because he's Puerto Rican. And my mom's side is from Croatia. So I'm a mixed breed, I guess. A mutt, if you will. Mutts, yes, that's where my last name comes from. It is Hispanic. Try not to bonk. Let's go. That was a big frame drop. I had to do something with the shot right there. Whoa, Genti just comes in. And I just get totally blocked. Mr. Blocky. turn in for the stream, for the chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like a lot of times this multiplayer is just background noise. It's just something for my thumbs to do while I just talk to chat. But I will say, like, I have some projects that I'm like actually like really excited about for the summer. I want to try speedrunning. We're gonna do some playthroughs. We're gonna try some games that are maybe outside of what you'd expect. You can break away from the traditional Asphalt update grind. I don't know when Racing Master releases fully. There is no Imola Grand Prix. There's just a special event. Not even a key car. It's just a blueprint car. By like, do you mean a Samsung S2 and like put a Asphalt 8 custom ROM? Is that what you're saying? But yes. I think the first game I'm gonna try speedrun is Spyro the Dragon. That was like my favorite game as a kid. That was my first video game ever actually, but that's a game that has a pretty, I wouldn't say large, but a pretty dedicated speedrun community. So there's no way I could push for world record right away. But it would certainly be a fun challenge to try. Maybe like top 100 is a goal or something could be something I could try out. That might be attainable. There are some pretty wacky strategies from that game. I think one of the biggest things about speedrunning is like picking a game that you enjoy playing. Because if you're going to be like serious about grinding a time, then you're going to be playing this game a lot. And well, I'd love to like speedrun a GT game. Those things are lengthy. And a lot of it's just menuing. Wow, we won that. Porsche 92. Rulu. He kind of mistaken his Huayra. Desiree, you hit the nail on the head right there. Do I know any Croatian words? Only swear words. So that would get this video demonetized, and maybe my manager wouldn't like it, but yeah. Never really learned how to speak Croatian. I've heard my mom speak it before, and I just can't follow. Let's see. Let's try the Aperta. You got 360'd. Oof. Jessica's gonna get yeeted, probably in the update after this one. Yeah, that's however you want to interpret it. So, how did I get a Chiron in this race? Do I have a job? So right now I'm only making money off YouTube, but in June I'm going to be a actuarial analyst at a corporation. So, whatever you want to say about like the economy or like getting a job or whatever, I am gonna finish my degree next month, and then I have a job lined up. So I'll be making some nice money. So I'll have a day job, and then kind of what the plan is I'll continue streaming, because thankfully my job allows me to have the weekends off. So I'll continue doing my weekend streams. Maybe even make content later in days if I feel like it. Depends how like busy I am. But I'll have my day job, 9 to 5, and then I'll have the weekend to do whatever. Really, it's gonna be weird. But basically, being a student is like kind of a full-time job anyway. For quite a while, I mostly make streams. Sometimes I'll make a video if I feel like it. But yes, YouTube has been unsustainable, like, for actual income. I'm sure, like, all your favorite YouTubers you've seen, they get sponsorship from, like, Raid Shadow Legends and Honey and Dollar Shade Club and all a bunch of other companies and mobile games. So, what happened there? Oh, we're in the top 100. That's why it's so difficult. Yeah, he's literally second place on the leaderboard. But yes. You wanna know how much, like, I make from YouTube? Like, it's enough to buy, like, food for 2 weeks, maybe? But especially like the size of my channel, you'd think 40,000 subscribers makes a decent bit of money, and if you go on Social Blade, you'll probably see an estimate that's really high, but it's really not that much. I used to make some good money because the CPMs were higher back in like 2016, 17, but then that adpocalypse like really kind of messed everything up. So not only has like the viewership went like a little bit down, like we're averaging about like 3,000 to 5,000 views per stream, but like the CPMs have also gone down. So most of my money would be like from donations, which that's volatile. Of course, you can't count on that one at all. So, and then the other component is, yeah, exactly, Wellington. I don't think I'm allowed to say like exactly how much. Like that's against YouTube terms, but yes, it's not enough to like live on my own. I need a day job, obviously. What was that noise? Frickin' spam text. But yes, Weakling. I think like most YouTubers, honestly, like should have a day job, because even if you like make it big on YouTube and you're like a large channel, sustaining that is really difficult. Like, you can't count on having a YouTube career for multiple years. You have to like get lucky, and just having like a couple viral videos is not enough. Unless you're like fully committed to it, working at a full-time job, but you need a secondary income. Is Fearm in my club? Yes, he is. YouTube basically is a multi-channel network because they take like 40%. That's why I have the donation link that goes through Streamlabs, because if like, let's say you were going to donate to me, the super chat, while it's easier for a lot of people, YouTube will take 40% of it, whereas the Streamlabs will only take a fixed amount, which is just a few cents. So it costs the same, but I make a little bit more. But yes, I need a day job so that I can, you know, obviously get for myself. The plan is I'm going to be living at home, in my parents' basement, if you will, but no, it's still going to be my bedroom upstairs. I'm going to be living at home for at least 2021. I don't know how the housing market's going to go, or how the pandemic especially is going to go with like coming back in person. So I'm not sure what's the deal there. If I find that like I like in person, I might move closer to Chicago, like the city. If I have my own place, I haven't decided if I want to do like a house, a cheap house, or like a condo or something like that. Or, and this is stupid, but I want it, is buying a car. Upgrading from the Dart. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna be a 21-year-old with more money than probably needs, especially living at home. So you gotta live life a little. FHA loans. Your first time buyer. I can't believe I'm talking about like buying a house. And doing the same thing I did when I was in high school. But yes, that's kind of the plan, is live at home, see if we can find our own place next year, if it's worth it. Think about getting a car. See if we can build a PC or something. And do the real life pay to win stuff rather than the Asphalt pay to win stuff. What I reckon to upgrade. So here's what I want for a daily driver, but they're really pricey. I want them to depreciate kind of steeply. An Audi RS5 Sportback. I really like that car. I sat in it at the auto show a couple times in 2019 and 20. And it's really nice. I like that one. So if I had a choice to daily drive, I would do that one. You don't have any cars required, not even the chance scenario? Well then, don't know what to tell you, man. There's a car hunt, and there's the S-Class Cups for it, so... Alright, I guess we gotta try this Imola and just use it up. Volkswagen Golf GTI, yeah. I thought about getting a Golf, but... I'd have to test drive one. I just know the Audi was really, really nice, but it's really pricey. And I know Audis depreciate kind of steep. Alright, so we got our perfect nitros and our shockwaves, so let's try and wrap this up. The Kia. I'd rather not get a Kia. I don't really care for those cars. BMW i8, yeah, it's a sports car. Like, here's what I want to do. Like in a few years. Like, I want to have my daily driver, like the RDS5, and then I want to buy a Ferrari 355. And have that be like my weekend car. I know that's really ambitious, but you gotta have dreams, right? So... that's kind of the goal. But having a nice daily driver is something I do want to think about. I sat in a Focus RS and I honestly don't really care for it that much, at least the interior. Toyota or Lexus? I'm not really like a big fan of either. Something German or, you know, if there's a good American car, I would totally get one. But the thing is, like, there's not that many, like, luxury American sedans. That's kind of what I want, is like a luxury slash sports sedan. But yeah, American cars are all SUVs or electric. Like for instance, like Dodge doesn't really make a sports sedan anymore. There is the Charger, but the Charger is big and bulky. And well, I would love to drive something like a Corvette. Those are only two-seaters. Yeah, I'd be scared to park them anywhere. That's a bit high for a barrel. See, like an E-Class or a 5 Series are both kind of pricey. And especially BMW reliability is kind of sketchy. The repairs would be expensive. Today's stream's pretty non-eventful. That's what I thought, and yet we had like 190 viewers earlier. So, people find some interest about it. I don't know if it's about me talking or whatnot. So, my dad actually drove a Volkswagen Jetta. He drove the TDI, the diesel, but then that whole Volkswagen Dieselgate thing happened, and we had to either get our car converted or sell it back to Volkswagen. So we did that option, to sell it back. And, yeah, the Jetta was great, and I drove it before, but I want to get something better than a Jetta. Kind of an awkward entry point. Work with it. Oh yes. Probably could have tried to hook onto the ramp on the right, but let's just roll with it. Bit better. Crossovers. See, like, okay. I've driven, my parents used to have a Chevy Equinox. And I know it's like a high tier for a Chevy, but like kind of like a mid-tier crossover. And I just don't really, they're not really powerful. And you know, I don't need a sports, like, car that does like a 4-second 0-60. I know the RS5 Sportback is really quick, and that's the thing I do really like about it. But it's not a like super requirement. But I do want it to have like pickup, and I don't find many crossovers that like kind of do that. And also crossovers are pretty expensive in general. So we ran out of fuel. Let's do some club racing, I guess. What can we drive on? Let's drive a fast track. Himalayas. Let's get like one of the 120s. Let's see if we can hop in. Cadillacs are just boats. I don't really care for them. We're gonna hop in the Jesco and see if anybody hops in. Yeah, crossovers are like the biggest thing in America right now, like SUVs and crossovers. And they're practical, but I just don't really like... I don't really have any like attachment to them. No one's online, then we're just gonna vibe here until someone comes online. Because I ran out of fuel. Ran out of MP. So what else can we do? Just chat, right? They're good at what they do, but like here's my situation. I'm single. I don't have any kids, and I don't need a giant crossover. Cause like I can just borrow. My parents have a pickup truck if I really need to like haul stuff, so I can just borrow my parents' truck. So I don't see the need to get a big crossover. No one's online in my club. I know, but maybe somebody will log in. I'm gonna see if I could ping somebody in the Discord. We're gonna ATM, yeah. GC told us that if you want an SUV, just buy an F-150. Yeah, Legion's United has like a Discord. It's actually public, I think, so you can find it on like Facebook, I think. Yeah, let's pray somebody logs in. If not, I'll just chat here until the end. A hyper neck beard. I don't see much of a neck beard going on. I just realized I spelled club wrong there. Burnout 3 is better than Revenge. Like, okay, I'll say this again because I said this earlier in the stream. Burnout 3, Revenge, and Paradise are like 10 out of 10s. But Burnout 3 did it first. And I agree, Burnout Revenge is a fantastic game. One of the best in the series. But Burnout 3 is also one of the best in the series. It's Burnout 3 is a lot more simple. And it just does it right. There's a bunch of like AI nonsense, yes, but that's just what you get from PS2 games in the early 2000s. And Burnout Revenge also has those kind of problems. So, Burnout Revenge is like an extreme version of Burnout 3. And while the absurdity is awesome, it just also just does it great. So, and then Burnout Paradise I think is like a really good send off. It does its own thing, but it's also a fantastic game, just with the open world crashing into stuff. I'd say all three of those games are like perfect in their own way. They're just products of their time. Oop, by Eric's here. We got a guy. What other games would I want to try and speedrun? So, we got Spyro. Um, I'd want to do stuff from like the PS1, PS2 era. I know like I love racing games, but like racing games aren't always the best to speedrun. I know like Mario Kart's pretty huge in the speedrunning scene. Alright, well let's just race by Eric's because I'm bored. Let's just go. See, like I would say Crash Bandicoot, but I'm not very good at Crash Bandicoot, so that's the issue. I haven't really thought of much, honestly. Oh, this drift is so steep. Let's go. Bonk. That is so fast. This is so quick. Gran Turismo. I was thinking like Gran Turismo is a hard game, but I'm capable. I have all the gold license times, so maybe like getting all the stuff. Gran Turismo 4 is like a great speedrun, but it takes like 9 hours. So like I would, if I had all that time, I would love to attempt it, but it would have to be segmented. Or like a shortened category. It's so fast. Yeah, racing games are just hard to speedrun because half of it is menuing, and a lot of it can take a long, long time. Like, they're pretty lengthy to speedrun, except for like Mario Kart. That was pretty fun. Let's do, what's another fast track? Like Cairo, right? But not Pharaoh's Games, the other one's Scenic Route. The 24-hour races. Well, the full game speedrun. Okay, so fun little bit, guys. When the pandemic started, like, this team of 4 people decided to speedrun GT4 100%. So, like, they would drive a wheel. And yeah, they just leave the PS2 on. It took them 230 hours to 100% the game in a speedrun fashion. And I watched a bit of their Twitch video, and their time is highly beatable. Highly, highly beatable. But the issue is they did 230 hours non-stop. Which, that's a lot of time of just gaming. That is 9.5 days of straight GT4. And it's a team of 4 people. But like, wow. So I'm talking about the any percent speedrun for GT4, which is just beating the Gran Turismo World Championship, getting the credits scene. And that, yeah, takes about 9 hours. Because you have to grind up to the IA license, then you have to do all these, like, you have to do all the beginner events and all the, professional events. And yeah, that takes a especially long time. Oh, I got bonked. What is this? So, this is also broken. Not just Pharaoh's Games. That's funny. Just Cairo's just a broken track. They might have to like remove the destruction or something. Speed. Among Us speedrun. Yeah, it's interesting, guys. It was the team of 4 people, so obviously, like, they took sleep breaks and stuff, but, like, if you just split that among 4 people each day, that's 6 hours of gaming. Which is still a lot. So obviously, and this was at the beginning of the pandemic, so everyone was under lockdown, and they were just bored. So, that's a special, like, time to do that commitment. But, yeah, you need a team of not only people that are, like, able to have the time, but people who are also good at the game. And that's really tricky. I haven't beat Underground 2 yet. I'm like 30% through. I started it back when I was like 13. And I just like been slowly chipping away at it, but I haven't done anything in it in like 3 or 4 years. So, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. I think we got enough out of it. More than I was expecting. I was expecting to switch games. Ooh, we got a milestone. We got some blueprints. We got our ATS blueprints. It just looks like such a weird car from the back. It looks so nice in the front, but then just does that. The Jesco blue, then it's Sonic, but this Jesco, like, looks great in black and red. But anyway, yeah. I think, we're gonna end the stream here, because I want to get lunch. I'm gonna get Euros, so that sounds good. Alright, well, everybody who tuned in, thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.